The fourth stop in a six-game trip finds the Warriors down on the Bayou, taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. And the Dubs are truly the road Warriors, their 10th road game of the year. And Herb Jones opens the scoring for New Orleans.
I told you, drives, fake handoff there. You don't want to bite on those.
Jimmy Butler just took advantage of a rookie right there. Shot clock down to 4, 3 men on Curry. I think we said you could get inside. Draymond missed the layup, tipping a third time, a fourth time. Butler a fifth time. And Moody the open three. At first you don't succeed, try again. Steph Curry missing that three. Richard kept it alive.
From that corner, crash.
Moody another reload, and Moody's got a couple threes.
That was part of their identity last season.
I think we said you could score inside on the Pelicans. Jimmy Butler with the bucket in the body and an opportunity for a three-point play. Shot clock at 2, and Alvarado drops in a three.
He's an energy guy, Energizer Bunny.
Jimmy in, Moses out. And Moses third three.
Let Steph play off the ball a good amount.
How hot is Moses? That hot. The fourth three for Moses. Pelicans running it back, and the Warriors say no. Now Richard coming out of the pack.
Defending when you turn it over. Sprint back, make up for the mistake.
Moody again. He's got 5. Holy Moses! Murphy had picked up the dribble. Sadiq Bey, shot clock at 2. He'll launch the three and drop it right through.
He's 40% from three-point range right now.
He's 6'8", 215, but he's always had a nice outside touch. And Kovic also checking in, and Pajemski drops in a triple.
No, he didn't try.
It's a tap to Buddy Hield, and Buddy gets a layup.
That works.
Moses Moody's ready again! A new career high in a quarter. He's never had 18 and a quarter, and he's 6 of 7 on 3. Herb Jones couldn't finish. Jordan Hawkins dropping it to Messi. Nice play.
That's just a bad bounce.
Trying to post up Al on Hawkins. Jimmy Butler an open corner three. He got it. You know, this whole Jimmy doesn't shoot threes things, 45. As long as he wants to stay at 45%, I don't have any problems there. Moody again! Are you kidding me right now? 7 of 8 on threes. Kovic thought about it. Alvarado 3, and Jose Alvarado is keeping the Pelicans afloat. Cycle it to Pajemski. Didn't settle for the 3. That's why, because you can get a layup.
Perfect. And there's going to be some long closeouts. Pajemski knows that. Attack that.
BC losing the handle. Did well to recover. Hawkins is a shooter, and he'll bottom that 3. Pajemski is kind of a 1-on-4 break, and he'll peel out. Now Horford dropping in a 3. Back out to Murphy. I mean, they're going to give him all they can eat because he's been the one guy, Colette has mentioned it, that's been hot the last several games. Lob. And Steve Kerr's going to take a timeout for that exact reason. Fears attacking and flipping it up and in and drawing the foul. And the Pelicans are more than back in the game. Steph attacking. Draymond back to Steph. And Will Richard flying in to tip it home. Shot clock at 2. Curry's got a launch. He did well just to hit iron, but credit the Pelicans. And you're going to have a freebie the other way, except GP2 said no.
No freebies around him.
McGowan thought that was in, but then Fears able to hit the 3.
2 defenders again at him.
Buddy Hield, and Buddy dropping in a 3.
Told you, they're going to start to drop. Double team Steph on one side, move that ball around.
The Dubs had 44 in the first. Buddy Hield's got back-to-back 3s.
They are helping off of everyone.
You're right about Fears being clever. He sets up Murphy's dunk, but that was all Fears off the pick and roll. Fears with the quickness. Fears to the rim. Tucker's got to use another timeout. Fears had picked up the dribble, give and go, and Fears is dicing up the Dubs right now. He's got 9.
And his little give and go there.
Pajemski on the step back.
Yeah, everybody's got to be ready to attack. Pajemski's got that amazing footwork inside.
And Pajemski off the Jimmy Butler feed. Perfectly done. There's that high screen roll that they've been using Fears. Butler with a steal. Jimmy playing beat the clock. Jimmy to dunk it down with 3/10 left. Draymond. There it is. His first made field goal. Fears has the wiggle, the quickness, the skill, and floats it in. I like him.
It kind of reminds me of like a Nimhard when he drives sometimes.
Moody springs free again, and Moses with his 8th 3 of the night. Steph, though, to not have a field goal in the game. But you want to send 8 men at him? He's going to get Draymond a layup.
I said use him as a decoy. Draymond's defender stayed with him.
Look at Draymond. Saw that the whole way. Perfect outlet pass. Touchdown to Jimmy Butler.
That is Draymond Green to a T. A Draymond Green type of sequence.
Look at Moody battle on the glass. He and Richard combine on the layup.
Yeah, that's Will Richard and Moses Moody type of effort right there.
Fears up and under. Draymond says no.
He is relentless defensively.
Curry to Will Richard and denied. Beautiful defense by Trey Murphy there.
Steph went no look there. They just couldn't finish, complete the highlight.
Alvarado out of the corner. That is the NBA. And Moody denied.
Amazing.
Saw that the whole way. And
yeah.
Steph has a field goal.
You score.
And Jimmy Butler put his hands up. I've scored.
Jimmy Butler's smiling.
I have a field goal. Trey Murphy bottoming a 3. They've guarded Curry very well. Alvarado missing, and yeah, Trey Murphy, he's that guy. Jones putting it up and in.
A little Euro step with the ball over the top. Turn around.
Steph Buddy Hield Pajemski with Al Horford and GP2. Curry for 3, and there it is.
Sometimes it only takes one.
Sadiq Bey open 3, and that's where that 40% three-point shooting is so valuable.
Look at Pods.
Jimmy Butler did, and laid it up and in.
Well, Hawkins was late getting back. He was just standing there.
Jimmy with the strength. Buddy cut without the ball. Horford to beat the buzzer. Got the 3. Great veteran savvy. Butler to Buddy to Horford. Moses Moody attacking, flipping it up and in, and drawing the foul. Butler. How about Makhnovich? Met him up top. Alvarado, nice flip and foul.
Look at him on the ground, clapping for himself.
Jimmy mid-range.
Yeah, that's that ball screen.
Cowan did well just to catch that. Flipping it up and in.
Looked like he was going to go up on the left. He switched it up on him.
Makhnovich sneaking on the baseline. Just keep executing in the half court. Draymond corner 3. Queen gonna ISO on Draymond. And nice for the rookie.
Yeah, I told you, he's got back to the basket game.
The shot clock at 10. Rudy on McGowan's to Jimmy Butler. To an open Quentin post, and he dropped in the 3. McGowan's attacking. McGowan's kind of a wild shot, and Moody gave ground, didn't foul. Butler, look out. And Jimmy, what a sleight of hand move to get Moody a new career high. Moses for 32. Jemski, corner 3. So Brandon, he's having a tremendous game off the bench with 16. Oh, Trey Murphy. I'll tell you what, this guy is something else. Shot clock at 5. Bob doesn't know where to go right now. He'll launch a 3 and rail it. So Pajemski with 19 now. Someone throws you it late in the shot clock. That's kind of a term around the league. It's Queen right down the lane.
And 2 defenders stayed up, and you kind of stabbed at it.
Buddy Hield. And getting Buddy going is a really good idea because this is his 3rd 3. Opening night he had 5. Pat Spencer taking his time, resets on a 3 and drops it down. By the way, if you go 22 of 50 on 3s, you're not going to lose. Just letting you know, as Alvarado lays that in. And
usually.
And Alvarado did it. He didn't get a steal.
Oh, he just forced that turnover.
But the throwaway, and Steve Kerr still coaching. He's like, I don't want to see that. TJD had the defense and then a beautiful delivery to Will Richard. But then nobody back defensively, and Fear's able to not only lay it in, but draw a foul.
When you do that, it doesn't have to be pretty on the offensive side a lot of times. As McGowan's gets another steal.
Well, that's a rare Pat Spencer. He went with a one-hand pass.
Especially for him being on a new team and just wanting to build that chemistry. As Guy Santos knocks down a 3.
How does Guy do that, where you only come in and get 1 3 and then he makes it? Will Richard corner 3.
Why not?
Will Richard is shooting better 3s in the NBA than he ever did in college in any of his collegiate years.
And the line is further out.
Reverse dunk by Misi doesn't go. Fears flipping it up and in. Open Guy Santos. And TJD guiding that home. 124 to 106. The Warriors now have won 3 in a row. And they got 3 wins already on this trip, which is outstanding.